With cases exploding, the good news is a new COVID unit is open for patients at Decatur-Morgan Hospital. Our Kenesha Dees has the details.
1 month ago, we had 3,968 cases. Today, we have 6,182 cases.
Morgan County leaders report a more than 2,000 case increase over a month's time.
Morgan County per capita is leading the state in positive cases.
Decatur-Morgan Hospital officials also see a climb.
But we have 50 inpatients, which is an all-time high.
The hospital has 6 patients in the ICU currently, one of those on a ventilator. Leaders say some patients do not respond well to treatment.
So I would say next week we'll probably double what we have in the ICU because of all the inpatients.
County leaders say they expect a vaccine will be available in mid-December.
It will probably go to first responders first, and certainly to our hospital folks.
The Decatur-Morgan Hospital opened its new COVID unit at the Parkway campus to 15 beds. They plan to increase the number of beds to 36. The Decatur-Morgan County Chamber of Commerce encourages support of small businesses, but do it safely.
Ordering on phone, by curbside pickup, by takeout food, by all the ways we've talked about for the last several months.
In efforts to flatten the curve, the chamber received 100 boxes filled with 25 washable masks from a local business.
So the first 100 businesses, small businesses in our community that contact the chamber, will give them a box of these for their employees to use.
Leaders remind people that if you do travel for Thanksgiving, to mask, distance, and sanitize.
Please take your mask, your social distancing. How do you social distance in a car? You sit in the back seat and tell your husband how to drive.
Putting the Valley first, Kenesha Dees, WZDX News.